Hi guys, it's Kiarka here, back with another speed build and a little character speed build. So today we're building our first apartment unit in Tanaka Apartments. So the person who's going to be living there is a poet, and that is who we are building today. His name is Kenji Ito, and I really like his apartment. I hope you guys stick around to check it out because I think it's like a really cool apartment. And Kenji himself looks pretty cool too. You'll see later on in this video he actually has a shaved head, and I think it looks so cool on him, and he has like all these tattoos, and I love Kenji. I think he's such an interesting character. And we're gonna kind of have a fun little mini story with him because in our next video we're gonna be building his neighbor's apartment, and guess what? He's gonna fall in love with his neighbor. Guys, this is a love story. I'm really excited to show you. But yeah, anyways, so here I am just kind of picking out, you know, what Kenji's gonna look like. Like I said, it kind of spoiled it early on, but he does have a shaved head, and I think it looks so cool on him. And we are gonna give him this really cute pair of glasses, and we're just gonna go in and give him some really cool tattoos as well. So like I said, Kenji is a poet. I'm not quite sure like what specifically, like what kind of poetry he would write, like if he writes love poems or like poems about nature or poems about, I don't know, like grief and sadness. I'm not quite sure. What kind of poet do you guys think Kenji is? I don't know yet. Help me figure out, you know, what his character is. And obviously we're gonna go in and pick out a really cute outfit for him. I love what he wears, and I feel like Kenji's character really fits the apartment we put together for him. But yeah, if you guys have any, you know, if you guys are like poetry people, I love poetry. I haven't read a lot of it, but the poetry I have read, I have enjoyed. If you guys have any poetry recs, please let me know. I'm always, you know, looking for recommendations for, you know, art and movies and literature and all that fun stuff. Personally, one of my favorite poets is Emily Dickinson, which I feel like is, I don't want to say a basic answer, but I feel like that's not a special answer enough, but I really do like Emily Dickinson. I have read the most of any poet I've ever read is Emily Dickinson. That's what I'm trying to say. But I don't feel like this guy writes like Emily Dickinson. I feel like he writes like a different kind of poetry. So please let me know if you have any like ideas about what kind of poet he could be. Let me know down below. But as you can see, we were putting together a very cute outfit for him. So Kenji's character he's very relaxed. He's very calm. I do think he's a very, he's a guy who's very much one with nature. He really likes, you know, being in the environment and being like connected with, you know, himself and his surroundings. In general, I just feel like he's a really grounded kind of guy, and I hope you guys get that sense from his apartment, because I really tried to, you know, play that up in the way we do the interior. So like I said, this is in Tanaka Apartments, which is a apartment complex that I built the other day. We did, you know, all the kitchen stuff and the bathroom stuff because, you know, it's an apartment complex, so I figured that all the, you know, the permanent things would be the same in every apartment. You know what I mean? You know, like in a big apartment, all the kitchens are all the same and all the bathrooms are all the same. You know, that's what I was going for here. So you can see we already have his apartment kind of set up with the kitchen and the bathroom, and now we're just going to put in all the furniture. These are studio apartments, so they're kind of small, and you don't really get like a lot of privacy. There's no like private bedrooms or anything like that. But for Kenji, that's kind of perfect. I feel like, like I said, he's a very simple guy in terms of like what he wants and what he lives like. I guess you could call him a little bit of a minimalist, or maybe just kind of utilitarian in the way that he does things, because, you know, he doesn't need a big fancy headboard and a bed. He just has a mattress on the floor. That's all he needs to sleep, you know? In fact, you'll actually find that most of his furniture is kind of on the floor. And you know, that I feel like that is very Kenji, that he really likes, again, like that feeling of being grounded, and being, you know, feeling free and feeling like his, feeling like he's comfortable, you know? I do feel like that's just what I was going for with his character here. And obviously he has a lot of plants. Like I said, he's very connected to nature. I really feel like this would be a very comfortable apartment. It feels very comfy, doesn't it? Especially with this like very calm, like natural color palette we got going on here. And he obviously has this really cute like hanging swing thing. I've always loved like hammocks and hanging chairs and stuff like that. I've never owned one. But whenever like I go to someone's house or someone's, you know, like a park or something and there's hammocks, I'm like, I get so excited. I love hammocks. I hope one day to be a hammock owner. But you know, gotta live vicariously through The Sims, so he's got a hanging swing instead of me. And in his little kitchen area, we're gonna put in this little dining table, which also is gonna serve as like basically his desk. So it's a place for him. Oh wait, no, we're gonna do that later. Okay, I lied. he does end up getting like a dining table slash desk, but he also has this little seating area here. Obviously also on the floor, which I feel like is kind of his vibe, his thing. And some more little plant things because he is a plant dad. And that's just like a leaf in a bowl. And then we're gonna put in, let's see, a little lighting feature. I really like this lantern. I feel like it's so cute. And yeah, I'm not quite sure, you know, for Kenji, I kind of feel like he's just starting out in his career as a poet. I don't feel like he's like well known yet. I don't feel like he's famous. I just feel like he, you know, maybe he just like graduated or something and just got his like degree in like writing or literature or something, and now he's like finally pursuing poetry on his own, you know. And this is like his first like couple years like really trying to find himself and, you know, write down all his ideas and really just like produce a lot of work, you know. So he's not famous yet, but he's like he's starting to get work done and starting to like actually produce you know, poetry. And he has this another little seating area over here, all these little pillows on the floor, and this really tiny, cute little table there, which we're gonna set like a little chessboard on. I really like the idea that maybe he has like friends over who come and play chess with him, or just like, you know, philosophize with him or like talk about poetry and art with him. Like he definitely has like a solid, very artsy friend group, I feel like. And like I mentioned earlier, his neighbor who lives right next door to him, she is going to be a yoga instructor, so someone who is also very, you know, relaxed and calm and focused on, you know, her inner self and her relationship with her body and her environment, stuff like that. Someone who's just freaking perfect for Kenji, so they're going to have like a little romance going on there, and I'm very excited for him, I guess. And yeah, so over here we have like this hanging clothing rack thing. I mean, he does have like a closet over there, which is probably where he like stores the majority of his stuff, because like I said, this is a very, very small studio apartment, so he doesn't have a lot of space, but you know, I really like the way this hanging rack looked. It's just like a really unique piece, and like I said, I do feel like Kenji is a little bit of a minimalist, and I do feel like that would be something reflected in his closet especially. So like those 3 shirts hanging on that rack, those might be like the only 3 shirts that he owns, to be honest. I really did feel like he was someone who was, like I said, kind of utilitarian. He only has really what he needs and what like makes him feel, you know, happy. And this is this other little dining table slash, you know, extra cooking space slash, like you can see he has his laptop on that table, so it's also like a desk. And we're just gonna throw in little details here and there in the kitchen to make the kitchen like really customized to him. Because like I said, all the kitchens are the same in all the units, so I really wanted each kitchen to have like its own details to like reflect the person that was living there. So you can see all those like books on that shelf, which I feel like maybe are just like a ton of poetry books, or just like maybe cooking books, maybe he likes to cook or something like that. I don't know, like help me figure out what Kenji's vibe is. I mean, I know Kenji's vibe, but like help me figure out like other details about him. I love listening to your guys' like headcanons and stuff. I feel like you always come up with things that I would like never have thought of, and I just think it's so cool that like we can collab and like create these cool things together. And he has like a little, I don't know, like a key tray right there next to the door, and then we're gonna put on, let's see, a light switch, a broom, and some, what are we putting on here? A clock. Okay, so he keeps track of time. And now we're gonna put in one last little bookshelf. Like I said, he is someone who reads a lot of poetry and writes a lot of poetry, so he's gonna have like a lot of books here. And they may not all be poetry books, you know, some of them might be, you know, just like regular books or literature or something like that. And yeah, so we're just gonna put in those right there. And now we're gonna very lightly decorate his bathroom. This bathroom is kind of like small, and like the shower is literally like just like on the wall. You don't even get like shower doors or anything like that. So it's kind of bare bones, I guess, but you know, I mean, that obviously works for Kenji, so. And over here we're just gonna stick in a little hamper basket thing, and I don't think we're doing much else in the bathroom. And yeah, that is my poet's apartment. This is where Kenji Ito lives. So please let me know what you guys think of this video, and as always, you guys, if you have any ideas for builds, for characters, for challenges, anything at all, please let me know. And specifically for, you know, my little mini Tanaka apartment series we're doing here, if you have any other ideas for you know, other characters that could be in this apartment complex, character dynamics, you know, like what the neighbors think of each other. Do they hate each other? Are they gonna fall in love like Kenji and his neighbor are? You know, just fun things like that. Please let me know. Anyways, as always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time.